Yo, what's going on everyone? In this video, I want to show you guys how I was able to take down the yotei boss fight. So this was by far the most challenging fight in the game, but also extremely satisfying and really shows just how much was put into this game. But either way, guys, let's jump right into this guide. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to get through this. There's a few things I did to definitely make it easier. I don't really want to spoil too much, but there's just certain things I'm going to have to talk about in order to get you guys through this fight. So I decided to run dual katanas for this fight, at least at the beginning portion. I found it to be the easiest. It provides you with a lot of sleight of hand. You can get a lot of rapid hits in. And because this boss just can block almost any attack, it's nice to know that you can go in to get one little hit and then come out of it. Now, another thing I want to talk about are these upgrades that I have. As you can see, I have these smoke bombs. I have an increased health bar, and then I also have a increased spirit. You can get all of these upgrades from the storyline, but you have to go off to the side and kind of progress and get them. So if you don't have some of these upgrades, it may make the fight a bit harder. Now, as you guys can see, I also have the spear unlock, or what they call the yare. And with I also have this flame unlock where you can light your weapon on fire so that it will do damage over time when you finally do hit the boss. Now, about halfway through the fight, I got the idea to actually go ahead and bring out the spear and use the ignite feature that I'm doing here. Now, the reason why I chose to use the spear is it actually gives me a little bit more range. And I don't know if the boss actually does change up his fighting style, but I noticed at the back end of this fight, it was just extremely hard to deal damage to him. And it may have been just due to the fact that I ran out of those smokes. So the smokes and the spear definitely make a huge difference in this fight. That's why I kind of suggest that you do go out and get them if you just want to make this fight easier. Now, without spoiling too much, this fight actually is 2 sections long. So that might want to play into your strategy a little bit, because if you use all your smoke bombs in the first section, you actually will not have any more left over for the second half. And this definitely made things a lot more difficult for me when I finally got to it. So that first part of the fight was actually kind of a cakewalk, but they were kind of nice to us because you do get a checkpoint, and if you go down, you won't have to restart the entire fight over. Now, the second part of this fight is actually quite a bit different, mostly because I don't have those smoke bombs anymore. I actually had to kind of draw the fight out. Now, I have made guides on how you can get the smoke bombs for yourself if you guys need to go out and get them. Now, for this second part of the fight, you really do need to have a lot more skill and persistence with this one, and a lot of patience as well, because you're going to have to really wear the boss down. As you can see, the boss is also going to have flame attacks of his own now, and you can go down quite easily in this second half. Now, on this next run, we're going to beat the entire boss, but I was able to learn from a lot of my mistakes and come up with a few strategies to kind of help you guys out. So at the beginning of this part, again, I ran dual katanas for the first half of this fight. For something about having that rapid hit just really made a difference. This guy attacks way faster in the second half, and having that extra dodge ability definitely helps. You may also want to do 2 or 3 runs just as a practice to learn the boss's movement and attacks, because he has a different fighting style in the second half here, and he can actually disarm you as well. So there may be times where you get completely disarmed. Now, as you can see, this part of the fight is a lot more intense. You kind of really have to be on the defensive, and I focused way more on dodging and only getting 1 or 2 hits in at a time. Now, if you take a look at the top of the screen, you'll notice that there's that white bar at the top, and this means that the character has block on it, and whenever that goes away, that means you can essentially almost get free hits in. Now, you might not get a guaranteed hit, because if the boss is already coming at you, then he's going to hit you on the way in. But it just kind of shows that he has openings and that the guard essentially isn't up, and you can get through his armor. So as you can see here, I'm going to be able to get some attacks in. It's actually kind of good if you see that blue light pop up, because you can parry those attacks. And then as you can see here, when that red light pops up, so long as you're not in that path of the flame, you can again get some guaranteed free hits in. Now, for me, I didn't really worry too much about the flame. If it hit me, I just knew I would eventually get my health back. And as you can see now, I've actually switched to the single-handed katana, and I went back and forth sort of to see if I could use that as a better alternative, and then just switch back to duels. Now, as a test, I also tried to get some arrows off on the boss, see if that would maybe do something, but the boss will just simply block those. It's really not worth it to try and get those off. It's kind of better just to bide your time in the second half. The boss will present you enough opportunity to get free hits in, but you just have to stay alive for it. So as you guys can see here, I'm now also kind of playing out my parries. If you guys have a lot of heals left, there's no reason why you can't kind of just get up on the boss, because you know you're going to be able to get all your health back so easily. And if you get tied up really quick, you can simply roll away really, really far out of the boss's reach, and it'll give you a few seconds to kind of reset yourself and get your timing back for your parries. So for the most part, guys, I highly suggest using the smoke bombs at the beginning. As you can see, though, I didn't have any in the second half, and you can very easily get through it. But I definitely suggest running dual katanas for this one. So hopefully this helps you out, and I will catch you in the next one.
Tonight I avenge my father!
He is a rotting corpse.